Welcome to the presentation for the Ontario Graduate Scholarship OGS funding. This presentation is recorded in September of 2021 by the Faculty of Graduate Studies at Brock University. In this presentation, the following will be discussed: the program overview, eligibility criteria, the application overview. First is the program overview. The Ontario Graduate Scholarship is a prestigious award valued at $15,000. It's designed to encourage excellence in graduate studies at a master and doctoral levels. The OGS is awarded for one academic year, which may consist of 2 or 3 consecutive terms. The value is $5,000 per term. The province of Ontario contributes 2/3 of the award value, and Brock University provides 1/3. The Faculty of Graduate Studies also offers the Department of Graduate Studies Excellence Scholarships in lieu of the Graduate Fellowship. OGS scholarships are awarded to Ontario universities based on full-time domestic graduate enrollments, and they're intended to support graduate students enrolled in all disciplines. Each year, 2 awards are allocated to our international students, one at the master's and one at the doctoral level, and 2 awards are allocated to our Canadian Aboriginal students, again, one at the master level and one at the doctoral level. The remaining awards are allocated to domestic master and doctoral students. The balance of the awards will be adjudicated at the faculty level. The quota for Brock University for the 2021 to 2022 graduate year is 54. In terms of the eligibility requirements, applicants should have an average overall of at least an A- or 80% in each of the last 2 years of full-time academic study. You must be a full-time student in an approved graduate program for the tenure of the award. You must be a Canadian citizen, a permanent resident, or have a study permit at the time of the OGS application deadline. You can receive a lifetime maximum of 6 years of government-funded student awards. This means that awards received under NSERC, SSHRC, CHR, OGS, and the QE2 program are counted towards this lifetime maximum. You cannot hold an NSERC, SSHRC, CHR, or QE2 at the same time as an OGS award, but you can also apply to these competitions while you apply for the OGS award. You can receive up to 2 OGS awards at the master's level. The award is tenable during either the first or second year of your master degree program, but not after the second year. You may receive up to 4 OGS awards at the doctoral level. The award is tenable during the first 5 academic years of your degree, but not after the 5th year. Along with the eligibility requirements mentioned on the previous slide, there are some other things to be aware of. Students who have OSAP restriction at the time of the award disbursement will be unable to hold an OGS award. Students will be notified to clear the restriction, or you'll be required to forfeit the award. You must hold the reward for either 2 or 3 consecutive terms. You cannot hold the award for only 1 term. You cannot be employed by the university for more than the average of 10 hours per week. You may change disciplines or eligible programs during the tenure of the award, but only if your eligible institution approves the change. And each award is tenable for 1 year, and it is non-renewable. Therefore, you must submit a new application each year. So, where do you apply? Students who are currently enrolled at Brock University in graduate studies, or who are planning to attend Brock for graduate studies, you can submit your application package to the Faculty of Graduate Studies here at Brock University. Students who are planning on attending graduate studies at another university, you apply to the university you plan to attend. Be sure to check the application deadlines for your university you intend to apply through, as the date may be different than Brock University's. You must provide one copy of each of your official transcripts, along with one copy of the legend. Transcripts cannot be photocopies or web-based printouts. They must be up to date and show the academic studies completed to date. Even if you have only begun your graduate program in this fall intake, you must submit a current manuscript to show that you're registered in your program. There may be no marks, but that's okay. We want to see that you are registered in the program. If you are unable to get copies from a foreign university, then you can provide a copy or a photocopy. For Brock University students, please order your transcripts via your student portal. And for students who have applied to a tri-agency competition, please feel free to use those transcripts for your OGS application. For international transcripts, you can contact the Faculty of Graduate Studies, and we can provide you a copy from your student records if needed. The evaluation criteria is used to assess your application by our internal adjudication committee. Your application is scored on academic excellence, your research ability and potential and achievements, and communication and leadership abilities. So the 50% that is based on academic excellence includes your academic record, scholarships and awards you've held during the duration of your previous studies, and that you've completed them in a timely manner. It's also based on your current course load. This will be reviewed by your post-secondary transcripts. 30% is based on your research ability and your achievements. So the indicators of research potential include the quality and originality of your contributions to research and the development, relevance and work experience in academic training. It also includes the significance, feasibility, and merit of your proposed research, and your ability to apply your skills and the knowledge that you've learned. It also looks at your initiative and autonomy and your research experience and achievements relative to the expectation of someone's with your similar experience. And finally, 20% will be based on your communication and leadership abilities. This section should include, but is not limited to, your work experience, your leadership experience, your involvement in academic life, and volunteerism and community outreach. So it's determined by your professional, academic, and extracurricular interactions and collaborations with supervisors, colleagues, peers, students, and members of the community. It looks at leadership experience, project management, including organizing conferences, meetings, or volunteer outreach. It also looks at your ability or potential to communicate theoretical, technical, or scientific concepts clearly and logically in written and oral formats. It also looks at your participation in publication writing and your quality of presentation of the application. So this includes things like spelling mistakes. We'll talk about that in a few moments. The next 3 slides describe the different levels. So depending on your level of study and the time you hold the award, it will determine your requirements for the research proposal. For students who will be or are currently in a master level study during the tenure of the award, you're going to provide a detailed description of the planned research or project you are doing at the time of the tenure of the award. You're going to use plain language. Someone outside of your field may be reviewing your application. You want to be as specific as possible, and you want to state the significance of the research project or the research or project in the particular field, and you get 1 page for bibliographies and citations. For students entering the first year of the doctoral studies, you're going to give a title and a brief description of your master's thesis, if applicable. You're going to identify the field of concentration of your proposed doctoral studies and describe the special interest in the area. Outline your experimental or theoretical approach to be taken. State the methods and procedures that you'll be using, and explain the impact and importance of your research. For students currently in their doctoral studies, you're going to state what stage of thesis you are in. You're going to outline and describe your thesis and how it will build on existing research and contribute to the advancement of knowledge in the field. And you're going to outline what you plan to accomplish during the period for which you receive the award and what you have remaining to be completed. For the space where you will outline your publications and presentations, depending on your program level, the number of pages for this changes. So for master's, you get 1 page, and doctoral, you get 2 pages. For your published contributions, please include the co-author's title, publisher, journal, volume, date of publication, number of pages, as they appear in the original publication. You want to include the list of publications, presentation, or other evidence of scholarly activities. You want to list each entry in a new line, the articles published or accepted in peer-reviewed journals, articles submitted to peer-reviewed journals, other peer-reviewed contributions, such as communications, papers in peer-reviewed conference proceedings, and posters. You can also include non-peer-reviewed contributions, such as conference presentations, posters. The application allows you to list all of the competitive awards that you've received in your post-secondary education. This includes, but is not limited to, fellowships, internal donor awards, academic or professional awards, Dean Honors List, teaching assistantships, research assistantships. Please do not list any awards given to you in high school. This is only for your post-secondary awards and achievements. Each applicant is required to have 2 academic assessments and letters of support. Your referees can be anyone from your supervisor, professor, or even someone in the community. Both referees should be able to provide you with a meaningful assessment of your research and abilities. You want to be sure to give your referees plenty of time. Clearly communicate to them that they must complete the assessment report along with a 1-page signed letter of support on official letterhead. The letter of support is their opportunity to elaborate on the assessment and provide further insight to you in your research. You want to contact your professors now. When you do it, make sure that you contact them in a professional way and provide them with the information that they're going to need to be able to provide this report. So this includes providing information about what you're going to be doing with the project, reminding them of some of the accomplishments that you've had. This can also include sending along your CV so that they can be reminded of the positions that you've held. When you complete your online application, within the application, there is a link for you to send your referees. They can then complete this application or complete the assessment report online using that link. Once you've completed your application, you will also be reminded of the link. Remember that no late entries will be accepted. Their deadline is the same as the overall application. If in doubt, you might want to say that it's a little bit earlier than that. And it's also your responsibility to follow up with your referees. In the form after they complete the assessment, we do ask them to follow up with you that they have completed the assessment, but not everyone will do that. Please contact your referee directly before asking FGS if your referee has completed. So here are some of the tips and suggestions to help prepare a successful application. The research proposal will be read by a multidisciplinary committee. So you want to make sure that you use clear, plain language and avoid jargon. You have limited space to convey your message. You want to proofread for spelling and grammar. You can have other people read this for you, even people outside of your research, For example, family members, friends, roommates. If you have anyone else in your class that is sending in an application, then you can share applications. Another thing that I like to do is use Microsoft Read Aloud, and it will read your application for you, and sometimes that will catch times where you've put the wrong word in. For example, if you've entered on instead of or no instead of on, then when you listen to the file aloud, you'll be able to hear that better. Don't be shy about your accomplishments and achievements. Make your application stand out. Remember, your application will be read by multidisciplinary committee whose expertise cover a broad range of areas. We want your proposal to stand out to a general audience. Reach out to your referees now. Ask them if they're willing to provide you with a meaningful assessment. Give them ample opportunity to complete the assessment, and don't be shy to send them a friendly reminder if their assessment is not complete. If you were a previous OGS recipient, you must apply again. The award is non-renewable. Know the internal deadline date, and this is found on our website. Late applications will not be accepted. It's your responsibility to ensure that your application and referee reports are received by the deadline date. Because it's online, make sure to do it a little bit early just in case something happens with your computer and needs to restart or anything like that. Don't leave this one to the last minute, especially with the amount of work that you put into the application. Make sure that you are saving the file as you go, and you can go back and finish it, but make sure that you're doing it well before the deadline date. Starting this year, you will submit your application online, and this includes the application information, and it also includes a spot where you will upload scanned copies of all your transcripts, along with one copy of the legend. You have to complete your application in our online form. This does allow you to pause and save, and then go back to that link. Alternately, you can fill it in an external file like a Word document and then just copy and paste it in. Late submissions will not be accepted. If you have to email us anything, please use the subject line of the email to include the information about you so that we can easily access your information. We will respond to any emails in a timely manner. Obviously, as we get closer to the deadlines, it becomes harder to respond in a timely manner as we might be getting lots. So try to ask any questions early. Only successful applicants will be notified by email of the competition results in April. To be offered an OGS Awards, you must be currently registered or have applied for admission to graduate studies by the university program deadline date. As a reminder, we're here to help you. It's our job to help, and we will do anything that we can to help you. We want to make sure, though, that questions come in a timely manner. Questions that are sent the day that the applications are due, we'll obviously try to answer, but giving us a little bit of leeway is a good idea. If you have any questions, you can email us at graduatestudies@brocu.ca. You can also go to this website where we have a listing for the OGS applications. We have bookable sessions where you can book information periods with us, and we have information sessions coming up. So again, make sure if you have any questions, email us, set up a booking, or attend one of the sessions, and we'll be able to help you with anything. Good luck in your applications.